Yeah, swimming poop, huh? Had a lot of poop trouble myself lately. So like start off thanking Sir Mix-a-Lot for making Asian girls feel bad about themselves. Makes hot Asian girls want to hook up with Jewish guys like myself. Yeah, so it's true. Jewish guys with thin for Asians. You know, I actually don't like big butts. Because I like, you know, to share seats on the subway. But no, like I said, you know, Jews have yellow fever, as they say. And, you know, my girlfriend, she's Asian. You know, English isn't her first language, so, you know, there's some language barriers. And, like, during sex, you know, you yell out a lot of things, say some things that, you know, you don't really always, like, know what they meant or what's going on. Like, oh, yeah, baby, I'm so hot right now. I'm like, do you want me to open a window? Do you want to take a blanket off? Or, like, or she's like, oh, yeah, you know, you fucked me way better than my dad. And it's like, oh, okay. But, you know, I don't think I've ever paid straight up for sex. I mean, like, I feel like I pay enough as it is, just being in a relationship. It's like, you know, it's like all the therapy I've been giving her pro boner for all the years. And, like, you know, she really loves Lululemon Athletica pants, those, like, yoga pants that are $200. I just want to be like, yo, listen, I'll buy you some Kirkland signature sweatpants, give you $60, and you know, you go down on me for once. How about that? All right, no, I actually don't have an Asian girlfriend. I'm just really close with my manicurist. What? I take care of my cuticles. But speaking of inappropriate relationships with service staff, the other day I went to Quiznos to get a sandwich around 3 o'clock, the optimal time for a giant chicken bacon ranch sandwich. And you know, I was the only one in there, and so I ordered my sandwich, went through the line, and you know, went up to the register and paid, and while I'm waiting for them to make it, someone else walks in. This lady walks in, and she's like walking up to the counter pretty somberly, and the guy from the counter says, "Oh, how's it going? How you doing today?" And you know, like clearly they're familiar with one another. He's like establishing a rapport, and she says, "Oh, you know, not too good. Just had an abortion." And the guy was like, "Oh, so I guess you don't want a combo meal today?" And you know, it's kind of funny because like the other guy at the counter, the guy at the register, you know, was ringing me up. He just like looked over, pretty shocked, pretty stunned. Like she would say this to Quiznos employee, and he looked over at me. He was like, "Hey, did you hear this?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm pretty shocked too. I mean, after I had an abortion, I'd go to Subway. I don't know." So yeah. But no, Quiznos is deliciously unkosher. Like I said, I'm Jewish, so I'm also half Irish, which means I got screwed in the dick department. Probably why I like Asians. But no, really, being Irish and Jewish, I like to get really drunk, but I don't like to pay for it. So a lot of times I'll go around to bars and, you know, just see when people put their drinks down, see if I can just snag them from them and run away really quickly. Or, you know, I'll go to gay bars and see if guys want to hit on me and buy me some drinks. And clearly that doesn't work. Case in point. But, you know, other times I'll really never miss like an open bar. And I'll go and they'll have, "Oh, you know, you have 20 minutes left to drink all you can." So I'll inevitably get, you know, 4 Long Island iced teas or something, and that'll always get me into trouble. Often I'll have like a one-night stand after that. And, you know, actually had a one-night stand recently. Not the greatest thing in the world, I'll tell you that. But, you know, the next morning, we're, you know, in bed and kind of feeling like shit, you know, hungover and whatnot. And, we were engaged in pillow talk. She was like, yeah, you know, really like memory foam over down. It's better for my neck. And I was like, oh, wow, that's a good point. I said, no, I really don't do this all that often, so I'm sorry if I feel kind of weird or anything. She goes, oh, no, that's cool. I don't do this all that often either, especially because I just broke up with my boyfriend. I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry to hear, you know, is that tough for you? She goes, well, yeah, it was really tough when he told me he gave me AIDS. I was like, what? No, I'm just kidding, it was herpes. So, yeah, I was thinking, like, man, there are a few things that you'd want to hear less after a one-night stand. Like, you could tell me that you were that chick from the movie Species, and you were about to, you know, stick your tongue through the back of my head and eat me, and I'd probably be more okay with that than getting herpes, or, I don't know. So, yeah. The good news is, I don't have herpes. She didn't give me herpes. Not really a cat person in a way, so, you know, that's good. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys know this phenomenon, familiar with this phenomenon, fear of missing out, or FOMO, as it's often referred to. And I'd like to say, you know, I think, I'd like to blame Facebook for it. I know people hear a lot about Facebook, but hear me out here. You know, I think like people are sitting around and they're just on their Facebook looking at all these status updates that they see, and they see like, oh, you know, people doing really cool shit, like, oh yeah, Jeff just cured malaria in Uganda, or Alice just had an abortion and went and got a Quiznos chicken bacon ranch afterwards, and it was delicious. Something like that, you know. So like, I started thinking, what's a good way to get over this fear, you know, this fear of missing out? And I decided, you know, like, I really just hate my friends from high school, because they're all doing that cool kind of shit. So I started to unfriend all those people, and just friend all the really popular people in high school, the ones who were like, you know, not doing anything themselves now, because no matter how shitty of a day I have, it's never as shitty as, you know, their worst day at Chick-fil-A. So, there's that. But, you know, I was saying, like, my mom, she used to always say, you gotta face your fear, conquer it. So I figured, oh, what I'll do is I'll just sit in my house for a week and not connect to any social media or whatever, and just kind of gross myself in something. So I decided to just, you know, sit around and watch the entire series of Sister, Sister, and Moesha. It's funny, now I have a thing for black chicks, so I don't know. There's yeah, that's...
Yay!